Hi YouTubers, this is Britt coming at you on Thursday, March 24th, 2016, and it is a really shitty day here in Wisconsin, but it is my 1 month Surgiversary, yay! I'm usually put out videos on Wednesday, today's Thursday, but yesterday was like, why not just wait a day and wait for my actual surgery date? So that's what I did, which is why I'm putting a video out Thursday, and I hope everybody is doing very well. I know the storm that's sitting here is really big, so I know a lot of people are getting snow and shit weather right now, so at least us in the northern half of the country are. So I hope everybody is doing very well and they're not getting stuck in the storm. To those of you guys who just had your surgeries or are recovering from your surgery, I hope you guys are doing well. You're in my thoughts. And this too shall pass. Right. So, right into my stats. My highest weight ever recorded was 320 pounds and I am 5'4". The pre-op my weight the day of surgery, gosh, I can't talk today. The weight of the day of surgery was 296.6 pounds. Today I weighed myself and I was 271.2 pounds, which gives my BMI of 46.5 and a 5-pound loss for the week. And that puts my total loss at 48.8 pounds, which puts me at 1.2 pounds away from my first goal of 50 pounds lost and my weight, my pre-pregnancy weight, kind of like my weight when I got pregnant. It's 270 pounds. That is fantastic. I always want to put this book away, and my stuff is in it. I can't put it away. I'm a little absent-minded today. I really don't know why. Okay, so as far as so here's my update. As far as medical stuff is concerned, I don't have any more pain left, but I do have something called Dysphagia. Dysphagia. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm not a doctor. Dysphagia, I think it's called. It's spelled D-Y-S-H-A-G-I-A. That's, I'll put it down in the comment box or in the description box down below, so you guys can look into it. So this is very common. I've heard a lot of people complain about it when they talk to me. It basically what it means is it means. Of course I have to look it up. Difficulty swallowing. I mean, I should know this because I'm dealing with it right now. It means difficulty swallowing. So basically, you hear about, everybody pretty much that has had the surgery has heard about this. It's when your throat gets so tight, the extreme version anyways, when your throat gets so tight that nothing will go down. And they usually have to end up putting an endoscope down and opening up your throat, your esophagus, so that food can pass down. Usually the extreme side of this happens within the 4 to 6 weeks before, after your surgery. However, there is a mild version of this where you just have difficulty swallowing and you just have to chew better and you have to eat slower. They even say a minute between bites to let things get down there. And you have to chew a lot more than maybe a normal person would. And I find that I can usually get maybe a half ounce on those tight days, on the days that I'm super, super tight. Leads to a lot of restrictive feelings, and I feel like I have a lot of restriction, which I know I already do because they cut my stomach in half and I'm only a month out. But it's not my stomach, it's my throat. So that kind of sucks right now. It inhibits my ability to eat. I notice that it happens more often in the morning when I first wake up or when I first get home from work because I don't eat anything at night, I just drink water. And I notice that that's when it acts up the most. My own personal solution, what I have been finding that works really well, is if I have a cup of hot tea, it'll loosen up my esophagus and I'm able to eat normal, my normal amount, 1.5 ounces of food. So if you guys are finding that when you take a bite, because a lot of people have mentioned this to me, if you are finding that when you take a bite of food and you chew it very well, it still gets stuck in your throat, to the point where it kind of hurts, even though you didn't take a very big bite and it's stuck there, and it takes a while to kind of get through to your sleeve, to your stomach. Try to drink some hot tea and see if that'll help. Not right after you take the bite, after it goes down and it's processed, because otherwise it'll just come right back up. But try to take some hot tea and see if that helps, or hot coffee, whatever your cup of tea is, or hot coffee, and see if it helps, or hot water. It's helped me a lot with this tightness, and they say that dysphagia, I don't know if I'm fucking saying this thing right, can last up to 6 months after surgery. So this could be a problem for a while for some of us. So, it's something that I'm kind of dealing with right now, and that's why I get that's why I tend to lean more towards liquids and soups and stuff, even though I can have mushy foods, because it doesn't really go down very well for me. and I have a lot of that tightness. So even when I drank a cup of tea this morning and I have tightness again. So I'm able to, like, as I sip my water, it hurts like crazy going down, and I'm not taking big sips. So this is for any of you guys out there that are suffering from like a really tight esophagus. It's not your stomach, it's your esophagus, really. And start drinking like warm things, see if that helps. Talk to your doctor and see if he has any suggestions for you, or if they want to do anything about it. I didn't see my doctor this month. My month visit is today, and it's snowing like crazy. I wasn't gonna drive 2 hours to Chicago in the snow, so I just didn't get my 1 month visit this month. So I don't really have, but this is not really that big of a problem. I'm still able to get stuff in. It's just tight. And I'm sure he'll tell me the same thing, where he'll say, just, you know, drink some warm water, it'll open up, kind of thing, and you might just have to deal with it for 6 months. So it eventually go away. I'm sure that's what he'll say. And besides, it doesn't really bother me that much, because it really just keeps me from eating stupid shit. It's just another deterrent for me to like eat things. So I wanted to talk about that really quick, because I know I'm not the only one having that problem. As far as my exercise is concerned, I'm still going about 3 miles 5 days a week. I don't push it too much because I'm not eating a lot, so I don't have a ton of calories coming in, and I don't need to like bust ass and have a ton of, you know, I don't need to burn 800 a day. With my walks, I'm burning like between 400 and 600 calories a day, because I also have work. And I found out through my Fitbit that I go up between 30 to 40 flights of stairs a day. So at the average, like one day I hit 40, but most of the time it's like 30 to 35. But I go up a lot of flights of stairs in a day, mostly because my work is all hills. So I put out a lot anyways. I don't need to like count, like I need to stay 800 calories. That's where I'm supposed to be. And I'm averaging at like 500 to 600 calories. So I'm not really calorie counting that much. Like I'm keeping track in MyFitnessPal, but I'm not really being crazy about calories and trying to reduce calories in any way, because I'm not getting any in anyways. So there's no point in me being like, oh, that's 150 calories. I want to go with something lower in calories. No, the only thing I care about right now is carbs. I'm counting carbs like crazy, and I'm actually staying like at 20 right now, but I do not give a shit about calories, and neither should you at this point. Being that we're eating so little in, you should keep track, of course, but don't put so much stress on yourself. You really do need some calories at some point. As far as protein is concerned, I've had a couple people tell me that they couldn't get protein in, and my advice to you is to drink protein shakes. If you're not getting protein in, drink protein shakes. One protein shake usually has between 20 and 30 grams of protein. There you go. That's all you need. I drink 3 protein shakes a day. I drink 16 ounces of powder. So 2 scoops with 16 ounces of almond milk. And then I drink 1 box of, not this disgusting muscle milk. This disgusting muscle milk, it's disgusting. This is the most disgusting shit I've ever put in my mouth. Like, I shouldn't have gone off brand. I usually use, I think, Premier Protein, and I was at Walgreens, and this was like $1 cheaper. I'm like, oh, well, and it has 32 rather than 30. Like, 2 extra grams really is that big of a deal. So I'm like, I'll give it a try, and it tastes like poo. I hate this stuff. Bleh, bleh. But I live with my decisions, and I'm gonna finish this frickin' box of them and never buy them again. Bleh. Okay, so that was that. But I drink 3 protein shakes a day to get the protein I need, and this is like, I can't even remember. I think it's like 24 or 26 grams of protein or something a scoop. I don't know. And then this is like, of course, 32. With just my protein shakes, I'm looking at MyFitnessPal. With just my protein shakes in a day, I am getting in, let's see, like 400 calories just from protein shakes. And I don't use a high calorie milk. Like, I don't even use milk. I use an Almond Breeze stuff, and it's only 40 calories. So even with a low calorie, or just water, the powder is 130 calories per scoop. And then this is like 170 calories. So I'm getting in plenty. I'm getting plenty of calories from my protein shakes. And then I use like food as like a supplement, like just nibblies, see what settles right. I don't depend on food for any kind of like benefit, because it's not going to do me anything with such a little amount I have. And for those of you who don't like protein shakes, nobody fucking likes protein shakes. They're gross, okay? They're gross. I'm sorry, but it's gonna be part of your life for a while. I have a feeling you're gonna just have to try and choke them down as best as you can. And if you want to think about it in a way that, like, look, we're taking vitamins right now because we can't get in what we need to get in. It's the same with protein. And if you don't take your protein, your body will start eating away your muscles and your organs and your bones, because it's gonna take protein from where it can if it's not getting it. So you don't want it to do that. I'm not saying that there is no struggle. I understand that completely. There are days that I don't get my protein in, but you're gonna have to try harder. Like you're just gonna have to. Every day is a battle to get protein and water in. You gotta try. That's pretty much what our lives are right now. Protein and water, battle it out. So I wish you guys all the best of luck. I am far from perfect, so I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad. I'm just letting you guys know my opinion on the matter, and how I'm able to do it is just protein shakes. And I would say that if you're eating a lot, just let go of the eating, like let go of it a little bit. Like it's okay to eat still. I'm not saying you shouldn't eat, but try like to put more protein shakes in there, and it would help, especially if you can't get anything down like I can't. Okay, so that's sense into that. As far as like eating and stuff, what am I able to eat? Let's see. On a tight day where my throat's tight, half an ounce of food at a time, like nothing. On a like where I drank my tea and it's doing okay, about 1.5 ounces. Like an ounce point. Like I noticed those tuna creation things are 2.6 ounces, and I split in half, so it's like 1.3 ounces, and I can just get that in. So that's about where I'm at on a day where I don't have a lot of tightness. But maybe it's still kind of tight, and I don't realize that it's still tight, and that's why I can only get 1.3. Because I know some other people are able to get a lot more in than I am. But that's just kind of where I'm at right now. I am digging soups. So far since my surgery, I have gone out to a restaurant twice. And have eaten at work, which is kind of like a buffet restaurant-y type thing at work, cafeteria. And all times I've picked soup, because soup is easy as F to get down. It just goes down, and it's warm, and it's soothing on my throat, and it just feels good. So I like soup right now. I'm digging it, and I find that works really, really well for me. I don't stay away from cream soups because cream soups have protein in it usually, and they don't have a lot of chunks. Depending on what you get. And they have a lot of calories for not a lot, because I only get like a cup of soup and I'm only able to eat some of it. So I do tend to go for the creamed soups. But I'm trying to get out of what I can, a little bit of happiness out of what I can eat. So, okay. So that's pretty much like my sleeve issues. I talked about protein. I talked about the foods. I'm still in mushy stage. Nothing has changed. And even so, I'm not really that much into mushy, because I drink way more fluids and puree type things than I eat. My exercise I've already talked about, and thank you Finding Angie again for the stride length on my Fitbit. Like that fixed the problem, by the way. I also want to talk about really quickly, somebody had mentioned, I think it was CJ Shrink. She had mentioned that the Senna is working well for her. Now I've talked about Senna syrup, and I looked and I showed you guys Smooth Tea has Senna in it, Senna extract or something like that. I don't know, but you can get Senna in many different forms. You can get it in little pills, and you can get it in, chewable things. Like it comes in a lot of different types of things. You're just looking for Senna. It doesn't have to be syrup. The syrup is like a potent version of it. It's like condensed potent version of Senna. So you can get it in many forms, and CJ Shrink says it works really well for her, and I haven't heard too many people complain about it. So, and I will say I take it every day. The minute I stop taking it is the minute I get backed up. So I take Senna every day, whether it's in that stupid, disgusting Smooth tea, or whether it's in the syrup that tastes like condensed sweet tea. I still make sure I take it, because otherwise I'm gonna get all stopped up. And I've only done that like twice, where I've done that and I'm like, I regretted it, and I will like never do it again. So that's my video. You guys like it? It was a really quick run through. I wanted to make sure it wasn't too long, because I didn't want to keep you guys for like 20 minutes on a 2-month update. So any other gripes or complaints that I have, I'll probably do it in a separate video, because I don't want to bog up my like 1-month update with like ramblings of a crazy person. So I hope everybody is doing well, and congratulations on everybody's losses. You guys are doing so great right now. I adore you guys all, and I'm watching your videos, and you guys are all doing fantastic. So props to you guys. Losers bench, woo! I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.